The cosmic convergence. SWAN and Atlas rewrite the rules of the universe. A celestial spectacle, unlike any other. On September 12th, 2025, the night sky delivered a revelation that sent shock waves through the astronomical community and captivated the world. Astronomers detected an object so extraordinary it defied every known principle of cosmic behavior. This was no ordinary comet, officially cataloged as C/2025 R2, but now simply known as SWAN. This colossal entity blazed into our solar system from the depths of deep space, its tail stretching across the sky 5 times the width of a full moon. Its brilliance was so intense that even amateur stargazers with backyard telescopes could witness its grandeur. But what made this discovery truly staggering wasn't just SWAN's size or brightness, it was its timing. Racing toward the sun from the opposite side of the celestial sphere was another enigmatic object, 3I/Atlas, already infamous for its erratic behavior. Both objects were set to reach their closest approach to the sun within the same narrow 10-day window, hidden by solar glare during their most critical moments. The odds of such a synchronized cosmic event occurring by chance are so infinitesimally small that some scientists have abandoned the term coincidence and begun whispering a far more provocative word: mission. This is not the story of a random celestial visitor. This is the story of two anomalies: SWAN, a towering fortress-like structure, and Atlas, an agile drone-like entity, converging on our solar system in a way that challenges the very laws of nature. Their synchronized arrival, their strange behaviors, and the eerie silence from global space agencies have ignited a firestorm of speculation. Are we witnessing a natural phenomenon, or have we stumbled upon evidence of an operation unfolding in the cosmos? This article dives deep into the mysteries of SWAN and Atlas, exploring their origins, their behaviors, and the unsettling possibility that humanity has intercepted a cosmic plan not meant for our eyes. Buckle up, because this journey will take you to the edge of what we believe is possible and beyond. SWAN, the fortress in the sky. SWAN is no ordinary comet. Its sheer scale is staggering, estimated to be hundreds of kilometers in diameter. It dwarfs any comet previously recorded. But it's not just its size that sets it apart, it's its behavior. Typical comets are fragile assemblies of ice, dust, and rock, scattering light in predictable patterns as they approach the sun. SWAN, however, is different. Its reflective properties reveal metallic signatures, hints of nickel, cobalt, and other elements used in human engineering to create durable alloys resistant to corrosion. These materials are not typical of natural comets, which are usually composed of volatile ices that sublimate under solar heat. SWAN, by contrast, appears armored, unshaken by the sun's intense radiation. Scientists have nicknamed it the Fortress because it seems designed to withstand the harshest conditions of space, maintaining a brightness curve far beyond what natural materials could sustain. Even more astonishing is SWAN's tail. Stretching across the sky, it spans a distance equivalent to 5 full moons, making it one of the most spectacular sights in modern astronomy. But this tail doesn't behave like the chaotic vapor trails of typical comets. Instead, it pulses with subtle, rhythmic changes, almost as if guided by controlled microthrusts. Imagine a skyscraper-sized tank drifting through the void, cloaked in a shimmering halo that might not be gas at all, but an electromagnetic shield deflecting the fury of solar winds. This image is what astronomers are now grappling with: a celestial body that seems less like a natural object and more like a constructed machine, navigating the solar system with purpose. The energy output of SWAN is equally mind-boggling. While a typical comet's luminosity is driven by the sublimation of ice, SWAN's sustained brightness implies an energy output of 10,000 gigawatts, more than the entire electrical grid of Earth. No natural comet nucleus could produce such power without collapsing under its own forces. Some researchers speculate that SWAN might be harvesting solar energy, using the sun as a colossal recharge station. Others propose that its metallic hull and persistent halo suggest advanced propulsion, perhaps plasma-based, allowing it to steer with precision. The most haunting theory, however, is that SWAN's rhythmic pulses are not for propulsion at all. They might be signals, a beacon broadcasting across the cosmos to an audience far beyond Earth. Atlas, the agile enigma. While SWAN looms as a cosmic fortress, its counterpart, 3I/Atlas, behaves like a nimble drone, darting through space with an agility that defies explanation. Smaller than SWAN but no less mysterious, Atlas has stunned astronomers with sudden bursts of acceleration that mimic thruster-like maneuvers. Over a span of weeks, 3 distinct accelerations were recorded, each sharp and unexpected, spaced almost like clockwork. Each burst required an energy output equivalent to 10 nuclear power plants, a feat impossible for a natural chunk of ice and dust. Even more intriguing, these accelerations coincided with dramatic color shifts in Atlas's tail. One moment glowing red, the next snapping to neutral, then back again, as if an unseen mechanism was adjusting its course. Unlike the chaotic outgassing of typical comets, Atlas's behavior is abrupt, rhythmic, and controlled. Its tail doesn't just glow, it changes in ways that seem deliberate, as if signaling or responding to an external command. These anomalies have led some researchers to speculate that Atlas isn't a comet at all, but a probe designed to maneuver, collect data, and perhaps even communicate. Its erratic movements and precise energy bursts suggest a level of control that natural processes cannot explain. Together, SWAN and Atlas don't look like random cosmic wanderers. They look like components of a system, two pieces of a larger puzzle converging on the sun with a shared purpose. A cosmic synchrony that defies chance. When astronomers plotted the trajectories of SWAN and Atlas on a star map, the results were nothing short of extraordinary. SWAN originates from the constellation Aquarius, while Atlas hails from Sagittarius, 2 points separated by more than a quarter of the celestial sphere. Despite their vastly different origins, both objects are set to cross into the inner solar system at nearly the same solar distance, reaching their closest approach to the Sun, perihelion, within just 3 days of each other, between October 8th and October 18th, 2025. This synchrony is statistically impossible for random comets, which typically arrive decades or even centuries apart, their orbits scattered across time and space. What makes this convergence even more unsettling is the timing. During this critical 10-day window, the sun's glare will blind Earth-based telescopes, creating a natural blackout that prevents direct observation of SWAN and Atlas at their closest approach to each other in the sun. In orbital dynamics, this alignment is known as a corridor, a narrow window of space and time where two objects intersect in a way that defies randomness. The precision of this corridor, with SWAN and Atlas arriving from opposite sides of the galaxy to meet within 50 million kilometers of each other, a distance smaller than the gap between Earth and Mars, has forced scientists to confront an uncomfortable possibility. This looks engineered. The idea of a deliberate rendezvous is not mere speculation. It's backed by the numbers. The odds of two interstellar objects, one 100 times larger than the other, converging on the same solar corridor within days of each other, are so vanishingly small that chance alone cannot explain it. Some astronomers have begun to describe this as a cosmic operation, suggesting that SWAN and Atlas are not independent visitors but parts of a coordinated mission. Whether that mission involves exploration, communication, or something far more profound remains unknown. But the synchrony of their paths suggests intent, a plan unfolding on a scale beyond human comprehension. The blackout. Silence from the institutions. As SWAN and Atlas approach their perihelion, the world's leading space agencies, NASA, ESA, ISRO, and others, fell eerily silent. High-resolution imaging, radar tracking, and live data feeds were abruptly curtailed, with officials citing solar conjunction downtime as the reason. This explanation, while technically plausible, raised suspicions. Leaks from observatory staff revealed that orders were explicit: avoid public statements, deny requests for raw data, and reroute proposals for alternative observations. Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, requests returned heavily redacted documents, and some researchers reported being reassigned or having their telescope feeds restricted. This wasn't the cautious hush of scientific rigor. It was a blackout with intent. The silence from institutions only amplified the voices of independent astronomers, who rallied across forums, private networks, and encrypted data channels to keep their telescopes trained on the sky. Groups like the Abero Tracker Collective in Spain and Bill Gray's distributed telescope network began sharing fragmented data, capturing glimpses of SWAN and Atlas that governments refused to release. This grassroots resistance has fueled speculation that something extraordinary is being hidden, something so paradigm-shifting that silence has become a form of control. The question is no longer just what SWAN and Atlas are, but why the world's most powerful institutions are so determined to keep their secrets from the public. Ancient echoes, a cycle older than civilization. As the mystery deepened, scientists began revisiting ancient records, driven by a startling realization about SWAN's orbit. With an orbital period of approximately 22,554 years, SWAN's last appearance in our solar system would have coincided with the end of the last ice age, around 10,000 BCE. This timing aligns with the emergence of humanity's earliest civilizations, raising the tantalizing possibility that our ancestors witnessed the SWAN's previous passage. Archaeological sites like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, dated to around the same period, feature intricate stone carvings depicting celestial events, spirals, comets, and symbols that some researchers believe could represent long-period comets like SWAN, blazing across prehistoric skies. Imagine early humans gazing at a glowing fortress dominating the heavens, its brilliance etched into their myths, prophecies, and warnings. These ancient records, once dismissed as primitive art, now take on new significance. Could SWAN's cyclical return have shaped the stories of our ancestors, immortalized in stone as a reminder of a cosmic event too profound to forget? If SWAN has been visiting our solar system for millennia, its current alignment with Atlas suggests a cycle far older than human history, a cycle that may be reaching a critical moment just as humanity has developed the technology to observe it. The probe that vanished behind the scenes, whispers of a classified mission added fuel to the mystery. Sources claim that a covert probe was launched from an orbital platform equipped with advanced particle scanners designed to pierce SWAN's blinding tail and capture high-resolution structural data. The mission was a bold attempt to uncover the true nature of the fortress, but it failed. Just over 1,000,000 kilometers from its target, the probe's signal was abruptly cut. The final image transmitted was a chilling anomaly, a reflection of the probe itself, as if SWAN had scanned it and mirrored its data back in perfect mimicry. Moments later, the feed went silent. Engineers analyzing the data described an energy wall, a lattice-like field resembling a Faraday cage, designed not only to shield SWAN, but to repel intrusions. If true, this suggests that SWAN is not just a passive object, it's actively defended, aware of its surroundings, and capable of countering threats. The implications are profound. SWAN isn't merely passing through our solar system, it's protecting itself, perhaps guarding a purpose we cannot yet comprehend, a seed ship or a beacon. The James Webb Space Telescope, designed to peer into the universe's distant past, has provided some of the most perplexing data yet. Spectroscopic analysis of SWAN revealed traces of complex organic molecules, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, so refined and structured that they appear engineered. These molecules are the building blocks of life, precursors to amino acids, and their presence in such pristine form is unprecedented in natural comets. Some scientists speculate that SWAN might be a seed ship, a vessel designed to transport and distribute the raw materials of life across star systems. If Atlas is a scout, collecting data and maneuvering with precision, and SWAN is a carrier, shielded and fortified, then together they could represent a mission of cosmic proportions: observation, protection, and perhaps even colonization. But there's another possibility, one that sends chills through the scientific community. SWAN's rhythmic pulses, detected in a frequency band between soft X-rays and gamma radiation, are not random. They resemble structured emissions, like a signal or executable code. These pulses have overloaded smaller telescopes, even causing temporary sensor blindness in one Australian array, suggesting deliberate jamming. Some researchers argue that SWAN isn't just a seed ship, it's a beacon, broadcasting data to an unknown recipient far beyond our solar system. If true, humanity is not the intended audience. We may simply be bystanders, witnessing a communication meant for someone or something else. The lunar connection. Perhaps the most unsettling discovery came from amateur satellite trackers, who detected a burst of energy from SWAN directed not at Earth, but at the Moon. The signal was complex, layered with amplitude, frequency, polarization, and harmonic tones, resembling not a language but an instruction set. NASA's Deep Space Network confirmed the signal's destination, a region of the lunar surface known for its dense mascons, gravitational anomalies beneath the crust that have puzzled scientists for decades. Could SWAN be activating something buried within the Moon? Something dormant and waiting for the right trigger? The idea that our silent companion might be part of a larger cosmic system is as thrilling as it is terrifying. Earth's resonance, a planet awakened. As SWAN and Atlas neared their perihelion, strange phenomena began to emerge not in the sky, but on Earth itself. Magnetometers across continents recorded synchronous pulses every 43 seconds, perfectly matching SWAN's emission cycles. Seismographs in Antarctica, South America, and Asia detected ultra-low frequency vibrations unlinked to tectonic activity. Even more astonishing, migratory animals, birds, whales, and insects, shifted their navigation patterns in unison, as if responding to an invisible signal. Earth seemed to be resonating, vibrating with a memory buried deep within its crust, as if SWAN's presence had awakened something long dormant. These anomalies have sparked fierce debate. Are they coincidences, artifacts of solar activity, or evidence of a deeper connection between SWAN and our planet? For those watching closely, the message is clear. This is no longer a cosmic event happening out there. It has reached us, rippling through Earth's magnetic field, its fault lines, and even its ecosystems. The fortress and the drone are not just passing through, they are interacting with our world in ways we cannot yet fully understand. A lock and key, the legacy of Oumuamua. The arrival of SWAN and Atlas has drawn inevitable comparisons to Oumuamua, the first confirmed interstellar object detected in 2017. Silent, enigmatic, and evasive, Oumuamua puzzled scientists with its unusual shape and trajectory. Some theorized it was a probe, a lock, sent to test humanity's readiness. Now, with SWAN and Atlas, that theory has gained new weight. What if Oumuamua was the lock, and SWAN and Atlas are the key? A fortress and a drone working together to unlock something older, something bigger? Supporting this idea is a disturbing anomaly. During one of SWAN's strongest pulses, both Voyager spacecraft, launched in the 1970s, briefly went off protocol, transmitting bursts of undecoded data as if awakened by a signal. Could SWAN be part of a cycle that predates human civilization, a sequence written into the fabric of space itself? A mirror to humanity. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to uncover the universe's oldest secrets, but what it has given us is a mirror. SWAN and Atlas are not random drifters. Their synchrony, their scale, their impossible maneuvers, and the blackout imposed by our institutions all point to intent. A lock and a key, a drone and a fortress, a rendezvous hidden from our eyes. For the first time in history, humanity may have intercepted a mission, a sequence older than civilization itself, timed to return when we had the technology to notice. But the most terrifying truth is this: we were never the observers. SWAN's pulses through Earth's magnetic field, its signals to the moon, its resonances rippling through our planet, all suggest that Earth has been part of this story far longer than we realized. The fortress and the drone may view our world not as an accident, but as a node, a data point, or even a target. Whether their purpose is contact, seeding, or activation, it remains hidden. The silence of our agency speaks louder than any press release. We wanted answers, but instead we were handed a reflection, a glimpse of a universe that is not indifferent, but responsive. And the most chilling question isn't whether we'll make contact. It's whether we already have, and whether the real signal was sent not by SWAN, but by us, simply by noticing. Why you should keep watching the story of Swan and Atlas is far from over. As they approach their perihelion, the blackout may hide their actions, but independent astronomers are fighting to keep the truth alive. This is a moment that could redefine humanity's place in the cosmos. Are we witnessing a natural phenomenon? Or have we stumbled upon evidence of intelligence beyond our own? The answers lie in the data, the observations, and the courage to keep asking questions. Stay tuned, because the universe is speaking, and it's up to us to listen.